the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Drop a shadow, you better drop your gun. But as I will drop a shadow, you better drop your gun. It's not a loss I really want to, because I'm born now. Heroes of the ground, gotta tell about how it ends. Gotta prove that they shouldn't know, that they shouldn't know. Wait a moment, set on fire. We're young and slow as we get tired. Let's raise a new generation. Voice will blow your eye. You better drop your gun. When his voice will blow your eye, you better drop your gun. In this world of refurbished plastic, your thoughts will be falsely forgone. Self medication, take a pause in the end. Every heroes on the ground, gotta tell about how it ends. By the bird that they surely knew, that they surely know. Wait a board and the set on fire. The young and slow as speed gets higher. It's like a new generation. Yourself run in the clean black night. Try just to get to the core of your unconscious prize. Far from the peaks of the world, in records of the center stone. Open all of the doors. Leave yourself in the one last room. For empty bottles scattered on my dirty floor. Guards are close, looking at daylight, and police are knocking on my door. One by one, I hold your hand. They drop, then they get in. Burned that bridge and burned this land with bullets and gin. Anyway, we're gonna die. One more running forever. After that, I'll never stop. Can't get enough. Anyway, we're gonna die. One day,
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome to the fucking smoke pit, baby.
Hey.
What's going on, girl? Shit, yeah. What, you know what? We're going to start this show off with some good news, some real good news.
Okay, what's that?
You have good news for us.
Oh, okay. So, last Friday, the grandbaby arrived.
Yay!
So we have a new little baby TZ. Well, I mean, it's grandbaby TZ, because I ain't never getting pregnant again unless it's an act of Jesus. But yes, he came screeching into this world like 11 days early, 8 pounds, 20 inches long, and he's a little chunk of monk, and we just love him so much already. So yay, good news, baby.
I am so excited for you. Don't even know, dude. I'm so excited for that.
He's super healthy and super chunky and just want to squish him. Oh, babies are the best. As long as they're somebody else's and I can give them back at the end of the day.
What? So I hope everyone can hear you. I mean, like, you're showing up on my thing, like, we can hear you, but you're not, like, super quiet.
Can everybody hear me?
So if she's super quiet, like, let us know.
Yeah, let us know if I'm super quiet. I feel like I'm super loud.
No. You're not that loud. But anyway.
But I'm a loud person in general, so it's shocking if I'm not super loud. You've never met me in person.
I haven't.
But a bit of the other crew on the show have.
Mm-hmm.
And I can let them all know I am super loud. Yeah,
well,
super loud.
Here, I turned you up a little bit. We'll see how that works.
Okay, we'll see how that works.
If you're too loud, then everyone's going to get mad that you're too loud. But if you're not loud enough, then everyone gets mad you're not loud enough.
Yeah, they'll be like, we can't hear her.
So, well, I turned you up. So
okay.
I don't know what has been going on with my stuff lately. Like, it
seems like everybody's stuff lately.
Yes.
All wonky.
Yes. And I don't know why. Like, I spend all kinds of time going through and I check all this stuff, and then it's like some weird slider that had you at 38% instead of 75%. You know what I mean? Like, all right, whatever, I give up.
See, and that's why I'm glad I'm just the secondary, because I don't have to worry about all that craziness.
I know, I miss those days. I wonder if CQ wants a co-host again.
I just plug in one thing and plug in some phone and then hit a little power button. I'm good.
Yep.
I'm good.
Yeah, I miss those days, like being able to just kind of slide in. Like, there was nights so my job has kind of evolved a little bit, right? Like, I'm no longer like the field guy, like I'm the office guy, so I can kind of adjust fire my Wednesday night so I can make sure I'm home in time now. Because before I'd be out in the field, well, if you're out in the field and you're like in the middle of doing something, well, you might got to work 15, 20 minutes late. Well, that 15, 20 minutes late would put me like sometimes checking in with CQ like 45 seconds before the show starts. And he's like, where are you at? He's like texting me, dude, where are you at? Where you be at? I'm like, I'm on my way, dude. Sorry about it. So I'm just like, fuck, dude, I'm sorry.
See, and my brain is weird. Like today, I messaged you like 4 hours ago going, oh crap, I have an appointment in the middle of the day. I might be late. And no, I was still here.
Yeah.
I think I was back home by 5 o'clock. I had no problem.
Yep.
But my brain is weird. I'm always paranoid about being late.
Well,
I don't know why.
I think that's a military thing, though.
Probably.
A little bit. Like, I hate being late too.
Ever caring. And now I'm always worried I'm late for something.
Right. That's the two words I never want to hear a woman say ever again.
Ugh.
I'm late. I never want to hear a woman tell me that she's late.
Luckily, I will never have to say those words again.
Right.
And at least not for anything important. I mean, I'm late for shit all the time.
Oh, yeah, I'm late for shit all the time. But I also, too, like, part of me is really I use that. Like I'm because I got the old snip snip, which I should have got fucking about 6 kids ago, but it's whatever. But okay, so the other day, so my wife wants, when we talked about my wife wanting a bitch and freeze.
Yeah, she wants a bitch and freeze.
Well, yeah, and now she basically wants any small dog. Like, well, but, so I was out shopping for stuff for my job, right? And she's like, if anybody there has a dog, I want you to beat him up and grab the dog. And I was like, we were at like a side by side dealer, so side by sides, ATVs and stuff. I'm like, there's not going to be anybody in here with a fucking dog. And I'm on the phone with her, right, as she's saying this. And I turn around and I'm like, hold on. And I had to send her a Snapchat of a guy holding a fucking little dog. And she's like, you better beat him up and bring that dog home. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Right. No, sorry. Not accosting anyone and stealing their animals, but
right.
Nice try.
Hey, Phil, I've been 30 minutes late. I've actually, when I'm going to be that late, I would just tell CQ to find someone else. Like, hey, dude, I'm going to be super late. I'm sorry. Like,
oh, if I really seriously thought like Friday's appointment that I originally had it at 5 o'clock in the evening, I knew there would have been no way if we were going on air when we do that I could have made it on time.
Right.
Not with the traffic coming back from San Antonio. Sometimes I have an appointment in San Antonio at 5. I don't get home till between 8:30 and 9 o'clock at night.
Yep.
I'd have told you in advance. Hey, find somebody to cover down, because I don't want to ever put anybody in a lurch last minute. but well, I'm still paranoid.
I don't like being late. I don't like anything about it, and I understand like the frustrations with that. I really do, and it kind of sucks. But I also like,
But now I'll be late for hanging out with my friends. Ask them all. Like, that's my
100%.
Like, if I say I'm on my way, they know that means I've just gotten in the shower.
Yep.
I mean, they know. They're like, man, she'll be here in 45.
He says I need to get her a weenie pincher. I was looking at there's all different kinds of like mixes and stuff at that age or that size bracket.
Yeah, you could get her almost anything. They got Cheweenies, they got Min Pins, they got Chadotsons, they got, you name it. There's something.
God, there was some like there's like they're bitch and shits.
They got Yorkie poos.
They were
Maltesers.
They were bitch and freezes mixed with Shih Tzus. They were bitch and shits. Bichon Freeze mixed with a Dachshund is like a bitch and wiener.
But whatever you do,
told my wife I need to get her a bitch and wiener.
Do the freaking research on both the breeds, whatever the freaking mix is, because Yorkies are assholes and they're hard as hell to potty train, and I don't care what they're mixed with. Dachshunds, they like to kill little things. I'm talking kittens, puppies. Because they were bred to kill rodents, small animals. So you've got to be careful what you get. But if you live like out in the middle of nowhere, you probably could care less.
Well, I don't live in the middle of nowhere. I live in the middle of town with a creek in my yard. There's a difference. Like I have the middle of nowhere in my yard, so it's kind of frustrating for that kind of stuff. So, but it's kind of whatever too. I don't really give a shit. I mean, I don't really want because we travel so much. Right?
Dogs aren't as easy for traveling as cats are, because you can leave cats at home for a week with a feeder and a bunch of food, a big water trough and a feeder for food. Dogs, you've got to find a sitter for, unless you have the type of vehicle and places that you're going that they can stay.
Right.
Yeah. So it just depends.
Yeah, I just I don't want to be like, I don't want to be that dude. I don't want to be that dude who like takes his dog to a fucking hotel and like leaves it while we go to soccer tournaments. And I also don't want to be the guy walking around with a fucking dog at a soccer tournament and cleaning up dog. And most tournaments, you can't even have them like on the grass. So I'm leaving my fucking car. I don't want to do all that. Sounds like too much fucking work.
Yeah.
And it's not cool to the dog either. Like, not trying to be a dick, like me being selfish about it, but it's also not like the dog's not going to like it either.
Yeah.
So
that's why we really didn't have a lot of animals when I was still in the service. Because I didn't think it was fair to the animal, because we moved every 3 years, and Then we had to worry about, if I was going to be gone for an extended period of time, if I had to take the kids to their dads or to their grandmas, who was going to take the dog. And then, so it was like we waited until, towards the end of my service before we got an animal.
Oh, get a healer? No way. No, healers are fucking ridiculous. We had one. We had a he was an Australian something healer. I don't know. He was an asshole.
Like a blue healer, Australia Shepherd mix.
Something like that.
Australia
Yeah. I don't
Shepherd.
know.
Let me trip over my words for you real quick.
It was okay. It was half and half and half and half and whatever, but it was mainly Shepherd and Australian Shepherd and blue healer. And it was whatever. Pookie wants to know why you don't have a bubble. Basically, because I'm worthless at OBS.
I'm a square. That's why.
Best doggo Pookie ever had was an Australian Shepherd. You know what? I
love Australian Shepherds. They're beautiful and
they
they're
are so
smart.
beautiful. If you have something for them to do, they need something to do.
True, they do need.
And so what mine did is started digging up the yard.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not good. Milo, he was a healer mix.
Mastiff. Oh no, those are big.
No, I don't want any. I don't want any dog. I don't want any dog until like basically my kids are gone.
Well, yeah, because you still do a lot of stuff with the kids.
I do.
I get that.
And it looks like so let's see, my daughter is 6. She's almost 7. So that gives me like 11 years of no dog.
Okay, there you go. Do you have a cat?
We have 2.
Okay, see, there you go. Just love on the cats extra.
We're soon be down to 1.
Ooh, did I tell you? No, I didn't tell you. I told Spanky.
What?
I ordered wigs.
For the cats?
For my cats.
You ordered wigs for your cats?
Yep.
I want to order little arms for my chickens.
Oh, I can do that for you.
You can make me arms for my chickens?
Oh, no. I can order them. I almost ordered some for my cats, but then I realized they were too small for my cats. So that's why I got the wigs. But I can get your chickens little hats and I can get them little arms. And they have 2 different types of arms. They have like skinny little arms and then they have like beefy like arms.
Oh, like beefy, like
T-Rex arms.
Yeah, I saw the
beefy, like muscle arms, and then they had like little T-Rex arms. Which ones do you want? I'll get them sent to you.
Yeah, she. I don't know. Let me ask the wife. We talked about it the other day. Okay.
You tell me what arms you want, and I'll get them to you guys. I'm obsessed.
Also, problem is catching my asshole chickens and getting the arms on them.
You can do it. It'll be all right.
My kids can do it.
There you go. Make the kids do it. They can do it.
Mm-hmm. Wait, the kids do all that shit. He said he found a malnourished kitten last 4th of July and now weighs 16 pounds.
Well, we've seen my cat the other week, the 20-pounder I've got back here.
Yeah.
Fucking beast. Eating me out of house and home. I'm going to have to take out a second mortgage just to feed the cat.
You know, I'm kind of over cats. I like my cats enough, but I'm kind of over them. Like I'm over my glasses right now, but I'm over cats because like, how do I put this?
Are your cats indoor, outdoor?
They're indoor, outdoor.
See, mine are indoor only.
I wish they were indoor only or outdoor only, but like the going back and forth, and then they sneak in and they end up shitting in my fucking garage, or they rip the screens off the windows and like rip the foam seal around the front doors all dug out from the cat's clawing at it. I'm just like, fuck.
No, mine are indoor only, and the big fat one got out once, scared the crap out of me. I cried for like an hour. He finally came back the next day, and we had a long coming to Jesus, and I told him, you are not made for the outdoors, sir. There is no moist kitty food and someone scratching your belly outside. You will die. So he has never done it since then.
Pookie said he can 3D print the arms.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that one guy 3D printed me a tiny little dinosaur with the dick body. So I mean, yeah, I imagine.
What? A dinosaur with a dick body?
Yeah, it's my Cocosaurus Rex. So a pecker up top, and then the bottom half is a T-Rex. Cool. Call him Cocosaurus Rex.
Oh. Well, speaking
Okay,
of getting
where
fucked
did
by a dinosaur, we need to talk about the Army for a little bit.
Oh, yes, we do. We do.
Their new slogan,
And they have a new symbol.
their new
Looks
symbol.
eerily familiar.
It does. Looks very familiar.
Why don't I have seen something like
I
that before?
don't know either. But okay, so they're going back to the be all you can be.
Yeah.
Which is kind of whatever. I mean,
People know it. People are used to it. People liked it back in the day.
well,
It's familiar.
so is the Army of One.
For the newer people, but like if the parents of the kids, I mean, even the grandparents of the kids still remember the be all you can be.
Right. Okay, but hold on a second. So I'm gonna digress just slightly because like, did you see the Task and Purpose did like the top recruiting commercials?
Yeah, yeah. The ones through over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was good. If you haven't seen it, they're on TikTok. Task and Purpose is awesome. If you don't follow Task and Purpose, listeners, you should, because they do some good shit. But they did like a review of the best commercials.
Throughout the years, yeah.
Yeah. And then so the Army is like, that we had good commercials. Fuck it, let's get back to this.
Yeah.
By the way, their number one was the Marine one where he like fights the dragon, pulls the sword out.
Yeah.
Stuff from
And it's all CGI and what?
yeah, very bad like 90s CGI, but it was still
yeah, it was still pretty badass.
It was fun. I remember those days. That was like right about the time I joined the Marine Corps. I didn't need a commercial to join the Marine Corps because I was already doing it. But it's whatever. But I look at like, okay, so we talk about the slogans, but they don't address any of the real issues. Right? I warned Ice. Ice wanted us to talk about this. I warned him. This is going to turn into they need to fix shit. No slogan is going to change recruiting and retention.
No.
Like,
so I sent it to my kids.
Yes.
I had a suggestion. Send it to your kids. Okay, so I have 4 kids. One, of course, I didn't send it to her because she's recouping with a baby, and
right.
She does
You
not
could probably
need
give
to
a fuck
watch
less.
those.
Yeah,
she
exactly.
could care less. Showed it to the 28-year-old boy. He didn't get back to me because, well, he has a job.
Yeah.
Sent it to the 26-year-old boy who used to be in the Army.
Right.
He joined at 17 and got out 4 years later. Sent it to the currently serving Coast Guard daughter, who said, and I quote, and I can read it to you.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to hear the
quote.
quote.
Let me read what she said, because she watched the whole thing. She watched all of the vids and said, this is what she said. She says, I think it's hilarious the Army and the Coast Guard are both redoing their recruiting symbol. You know, their whole branding. They're both rebranding.
Yeah.
She said that first video, the one that commercial they did first, that they released first, that was their teaser video or teaser commercial, the very first one. She said that one was really great. She liked that one. Then she said, I never realized they even got rid of the be all you can be slogan. She says, I thought it was still there with the Army of One. So that tells you how much people really kind of pay attention. And she said, to be honest, it's kind of awesome that they're bringing that back because people are familiar with it.
Right.
And she said, I watched the second one. She goes, I liked it. She says, I loved it. It was an attention grabber. She says, although the Coastie and her wanted to scream, hey, the Coast Guard got you to those beaches, ha, ha, ha. She goes, but I did like the video. She goes, okay, that second commercial is good, but I like the first one better. She says it was okay for showing the different job offers and everything because everyone does think that it's just a bunch of fucking infantry fucks, LMAO. That's what my daughter said about it all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and this is from, perspective of someone from another age. She's in her 30s. She's serving currently. She's, in the Coast Guard. And she wasn't raised around the Army. She wasn't raised around the military. My daughter, she's my daughter. I gave her up for adoption when she was born.
Mhm.
So I didn't raise her. We've only been back in each other's lives for 9 years now. The fact that she joined the military while we, knew each other later, because she didn't join until she was in her 20s. It was kind of crazy because she's the kid that's the most like me, and I didn't raise her. But those were her opinions on it. I mean, she thought they were cool. She thought they grabbed the attention, and that's from a 30 something.
Mhm.
So that's what the girl had to say.
Well, and like when I look at like what's going on with the Army and everything else right now, right? I just it seems silly to me to take all of these things that I don't know, I'm not going to say hold dear because I don't really give two shits about
Mhm.
what I want to or don't want to do with that. It's just kind of like, okay, we have the like the showers and the black mold and base housing being shitty and all of these things, right?
And MST and PTSD and mental health issues just on the daily, and just craziness overall. And none of that's being addressed.
Here,
It's just like, come on, join us.
I'll put this up so you
Hey.
guys can see it. That's the new the new Army slogan, but we have this duality right now, and like Pookie said, let me get back to where that was at, because Pookie had it. Well, Pookie always does this. He has such good things, right? The new Be All You Can Be is just a continuation of the nostalgia effect. However, nostalgia doesn't recruit 18-year-olds. But I would argue it doesn't recruit anybody. Because we have everybody who has friends who are in the military, like, everyone knows the pay is garbage. Everyone knows that, like, there's fucking all these issues with sexual assault and fucking vaccine refusals and all this other bullshit. And then there's fucking war with China and Russia looming on the horizon. Like,
Yeah.
we have all these things and we're trying to recruit all these kids. And I understand trying to recruit. I'm not saying we should, ban USAREC or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know.
There's got to be another way.
On the screen right now, you can see the old U.S. Army symbol and the new U.S. Army symbol, right? Do they think that changing that, however much money because they spent fucking hundreds of millions of dollars on this fucking program, right?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
That's their fucking answer. We're just going to do this. Take that fucking money, use that to increase soldier pay.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Take that fucking money you just wasted on that and fix the fucking barracks or fix the fucking food. Like, how many times? That's the whole reason U.S. Army WTF Moments was created in the first place, because you've got people who are fucking things up. And we wanted to try to help fix these issues, right? You're still getting fucking pictures of soldiers eating raw chicken in the fucking DFAC. You're still getting pictures of black mold in the fucking showers at base after base after base. Oh, it's not black mold, it's mildew. Well, fucking fix it.
Yeah,
you shouldn't make your soldiers live in shit base housing.
Mm-hmm. Your soldiers under a certain rank should not qualify for food stamps and WIC and SNAP and whatever else is out there.
Right.
Did you know when I was in, even as a married couple, we were both E4 and below.
Right.
We got WIC.
Yep.
People that don't know what WIC is, it's Women, Infant, and Children's. That's subsidized food for women and children under the age of 5.
Yep.
Okay, we got assistance, food assistance. That means the military did not pay 2 people in the Army with children enough money to feed their family without government assistance,
right.
Extra government assistance. That should not happen. That should not happen.
Right.
And it does.
Right. Well, like he says, there's kidnappings, murders, drugs, prostitution, Fort Polk, toxic leadership, Fort Polk, etc. Exactly. But I mean, that's just it. We have all these glaring, and it's not just like, oh, we kind of joke about Fort Polk. We do, because it's a shithole. Right? You've got, soldiers can't even take fucking family leave. And then they're like, oh, well, we're going to fix all this. Well, fucking words are cheap. Words are cheap. Fucking fix it. And that's
sad when people ask me, so where were you stationed when you were in? And the moment I say 2 different duty stations, I say Fort Sill and I say Fort Hood, people come back with shithole, drug capital, and, oh, I hope they gave you ammo, or I hope you had on a bulletproof vest or I hope you had, bodyguards, or were you sexually assaulted? Because they know Fort Sill, drugs. They know Fort Sill, shithole. They know Fort Hood, people are shooting it up. They know Fort Hood, women are getting sexually assaulted and people are getting killed. It's what they're known for. And that's sad. That is sad. We're supposed to be setting the example. We're supposed to be the standard. And instead, we're a joke.
We are. And it's sad. It's sad that that's the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
But we also need to realize, too, like, we need to look at things be realistic here, right? We want to fix it. I want the Army to be fixed. And not just the Army. I want our services, right?
All services,
the National Guard, the Coast Guard, the Army Reserves, the Army, the Air Force, and the Marine Corps, and the Space Force, I guess. I don't know exactly what they do, so I don't want to get too much into that. But, like, I want them to have the best equipment, the best pay, and the best training.
And the best medical facilities, and the best help and assistance, and the best benefits. I mean, that's the way it should be.
Exactly. The best of everything.
These people put their lives on the line every day.
Right.
Maybe not every day, but literally, but every day figuratively. You never know when they're going to go and have to do something to fight for your freedom. So why wouldn't you want it that way?
Right. But easy peasy, if they want to fix retention, take that money you just spent on however much money you spent on a fucking committee. Right. Oh, we got to have a new uniform. How much did fucking ACUs cost us?
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? Shit like that.
And all the shit behind it. I mean, because I work in a field right now where I know all the crap that goes into the media, that goes into making those commercials, that goes into designing that web design for that new pretty star.
Well, and like the fucking the service blues, right? That are now fucking by the wayside to go to pinks and greens and fucking. How many times? I'm trying to think of all the times. Okay, when I was in the Marine Corps, I wore my dress blues a lot. The Marine Corps. I wore my dress blues quite often, actually, or dress blue Bravos or Charlies. Bravo. That's the difference is long sleeve khaki shirt, your khaki shirt and blue pants. We wore that quite often, but that was before the war, and that was also like I was kind of on a more ceremonial base. We had a lot of retirements. We had a lot of
well, I was in the medical corps, so at a clinic, had a hospital. You know, we wore our Class Bs a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, so we did, the short sleeve or the long sleeve without the jacket.
Yep.
We did that a lot.
Right.
I mean, or your whites or whatever.
But your regular units, okay. Line units, you wear them sometimes, but not often, whatever. Point of it being, okay, why do we got to keep spending fucking millions and billions of dollars on pinks and greens and all this stuff? And then you take the cost of that program, right? And then you make the soldiers spend a couple $100 fucking dollars or more. What do you think a set of pinks and greens costs? Just if you were to buy it, I'm guessing it's probably $1,200, $1,500, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For your soldiers.
Let me do a little researching on the clothing and sales.
So clothing allowance is what, like $125, and they're gonna be like, oh, we'll give you a little bit extra. No, fuck you. Why are you making fucking specialist so-and-so that's making $1,200 a month or whatever buy another fucking uniform? You know what I mean? Just fucking leave them alone. We want to work on retention. Quit fucking with guys' uniforms. Quit fucking with their pay. Quit fucking with their bullshit. Give them nice facilities to live in. If you're going to make them live in the barracks, make the barracks not pieces of shit.
Brand new female AGSU officer package.
Okay.
bottom line, and this is not clothing and sales. This is from some other company.
Yeah.
$749.
And that's just for one, and that's for officers, so it might be a little bit different for
Yeah.
NCOs and whatever the
For the
E.
male package, it's $789. And this does not show shoes.
Yep, which are another $100
This
bucks.
does not include all your diddly bebop and
Yep.
badging and this and that and the other.
Because the
And when it
badges
comes
are
to the
different.
female-
Because the
Yeah,
badges are
and then-
different now. You can't just have
and then
fucking
you
your
gotta
same
think
shiny
about-
badges. Yep.
And you got to think about for the female uniform, you got to worry about getting it altered correctly.
Yep.
Because it's not going to come off the rack fitting you like
No.
it's supposed to.
Nope.
Because none of us are built the same.
No.
Even for the males,
Yeah.
they're not built the same.
Yeah, we're still
So
going
then
to get
you're
ours
going to
altered.
work in that. You got to work in your alterations. You got to work in your shoes. You got to work in for the females. We've got a brassiere as well as
Yep.
breeches and this and that. So yeah, you're probably looking at an easy grand for
Yep.
one.
Yep. And you got to have
That's one
three
shirt,
or
one jacket, one tie, and yeah, and
Yep.
that's supposed to last you.
yeah, then you're looking at
Yeah.
$50 a shirt extra and like probably $75 a pair of trousers extra. And then like you said, you got to get them. You got to get them altered to you. You got to buy all new
Mhm.
badges because you can't have the shiny badges anymore. Now you got to have like the pewter fucking badges, and like it's just fucking stupid. The whole thing, and they're like, well, that is not going to help you retain your soldiers that you already have. I
And if
can tell
you're
you right
yearly
now,
clothing,
I can
What-
tell you right now, everybody that my son knows, right? Because
Mhm.
ASUs are coming to their wear out date. They're praying that they can get out before they fucking have to go buy the new ones. Do the new ones
Yeah.
look better than the ASUs? Absolutely. But the old fucking greens looked fine too. You don't really
Yeah.
give a shit. That's not, if you want to, the only service that people join because the uniform looks cool is the Marines. I promise you. That is the only way. The
They
only
do look kind of hot.
yeah, to get the fucking high necked fucking dress blue jacket. That's the only service that people are like, hey, I like your uniform. I'm gonna sign up. Everyone else looks like a fucking gas station attendant. Sorry about it. It's the fucking way it
With the little
works.
vagina caps. and the-
Yes.
Oh, when I joined the Army, that was the one thing I hated. I hated the green uniform. The Class A's, our dress green. I mean, I liked our dress blues, but that nasty Class A green uniform, bleh, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Did me no favors. None.
Yeah, and then they're like, well, fucking Army Nances.
Yeah, but that's what your uniform allowance is for. Yeah, when I was in, I think my
mine was the
yearly
worst.
clothing allotment was like less than $400.
I think mine was like $250 or something. But mine always came. I fucked up so hard. Because I came in the Marine Corps, I shipped on August 11th or something. So my annual was August 15th. Also
Mhm.
my birthday. So I also had plenty of money to get fucked up with.
See, I came in January.
Yep.
January 17th. So mine always hit at the beginning of the year, and it was like, ugh. Well, damn.
Right.
There's all that you just wrapped it in with my tax money and blew it on like a Charger or something.
Yeah.
You know, new car.
Yeah, Dick. Yeah, we had in the Marine Corps, we had to buy different buttons for our blues than what they came with. They came with
What?
buttons. You had to get your buttons cut off, and then they would sew in buttonholes so you could get the gold buttons.
Oh, well, that makes
They come with like a
absolutely no
brass.
sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It is fucking dumb. But everyone did it.
What?
Also, too, if you had like you could buy like you got issued like these cheap, really thin paper shirts,
Mhm.
and I don't remember the name of the company now, but they were thick, and you had like you didn't have to have them, but if you didn't have them, you were failing uniform inspections.
It was one of those. It's understood. You were.
It's understood that everyone goes and buys this fucking $75 at the time shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking asinine. The whole thing was asinine. The Navy has like 1,000 uniforms. You're right, Pookie. They're just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember my brother was in the Navy, and I remember he like had these funky bell-bottom blue jeans,
Mhm.
and then he had like his white uniform, and then he had like a black uniform, and then he had like a different dress uniform, and then he had another one I think that was like dungarees or something, and
Yep.
then they had the fatigues. They
Mhm.
had so many, and they had to wear them for different things depending on where they worked and what they did and what time of day it was, and blah.
Yep.
That's too
Yeah,
much.
it's fucking dumb. I never want to do some stupid shit like that, but
I loved the Army only because it made my life so simple. It was like you're wearing this, every day, unless it's an inspection day and you have to wear your Class A's, then you're wearing that.
Right.
And then you wear this hat unless it's after this certain time of day, and then you have to wear this hat instead.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was it.
Well, and then you've got, like, on top of the uniforms being fucked and the whole situation around that being fucked, then you've got, like, the ACFT, which is still, I don't even know if they're doing the ACFT anymore, or they are, or they're changing it, or they're fixing it, or whatever. They've got
That's
all
a
the,
mess.
they've got that fucking
Didn't
giant
that add
mess.
like a whole bunch more equipment, which was a
I
whole
don't
bunch more money?
fucking know, probably. I know that at one point they were worried about, like, they couldn't implement it because they didn't have the right equipment out to their people and shit. But then you've got all the fucking sexual assaults that aren't getting fixed. Like, hey, then let me join the army so I can get raped. That sounds cool. Like, I mean,
I don't know too many people out there who are encouraging their daughters, and I thought the military, minus the bad stuff, was great. You know, I when I joined for reasons other than I want college money.
Mhm.
I joined because I wanted to be in the military.
right.
And I still think there's so much you can get from the military, and I am pro-military.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is why I'm saying these things. This is why I'm going off on this little radar rant, is because I want the Army to be better.
Oh,
I think that we, as veterans, maybe I should be in my pickup on my cell phone when I say this stuff. Maybe they'll listen. But I mean, like, we really the troops deserve better, right? We, as a group of veterans / civilians who give a shit about the military, should demand better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And maybe they'll do better. And I understand there's budgetary constraints and there's all that. And fucking the one dude was like, well, all that money we're sending to Ukraine. We're sending them old ass equipment we ain't going to use anyway.
Yeah, we're just DXing it.
That's just going to send the just fuck send it to Ukraine. I don't give a fuck about that. And in fact, I think we should give better stuff to Ukraine, but that's a whole nother fucking story. I'm not going to get into that tonight.
I just want to feel better when I have friends who come to me because they know I served, and they have a daughter who's thinking about serving. And I want to feel better about telling this young lady, yeah, do it.
Right.
Because I want all the good things that I remember about the military to still be the good things about the military. And I don't want the bad things about the military to still be bad things about the military.
Right. Well, and when we look at it in a way where they can do better. So why don't they? Why they want to, and I understand we have to have our numbers up. We have to work on recruiting and retention. I'm not saying that's not something that we need to do, but they're addressing it all wrong. I think
they need to work smarter and not harder, and
fix the things, or at the very minimum. Okay, even if you don't want to fix the fucking barracks, you don't want to fix the uniforms, you don't want to fix toxic stuff, you don't want to address sexual assault, you don't want to address mental illness. Take that fucking $100 million, whatever the fuck you just spent on that. Use it for enlistment bonuses. Use it for bonuses.
Something.
Pay them more fucking money. Pay them some more fucking money, and they'll stay in.
Give him a bone, some kind of
That's my kid. He's like, right now, he's like, well, he's kind of in that window now where he can start looking at re-enlisting. And they're like, well, he's like, what's my bonus? They're like, well, I don't know, probably nothing. Fuck that. He'll get out.
Yeah.
Give him 20 grand. Yeah, give him retention bonuses. That is the smartest use of money in the military, and it's never used or rarely used. That's your best investment is retention bonuses. You have soldiers, sailors, Marines, airmen, whatever, that are qualified for their job, that are good at their job and want to stay in. Give them more money as an incentives to stay in. Well, we'll send you to airborne school. Fuck. That's not really an incentive for everybody. My kid's an 88 Mike. Like an 88. Oh, go ahead. Okay. So an 88 Mike isn't going to gain much from going to airborne school. They're not. Or air assault school or fucking whatever else. It's kind of cool. It's some promotion points. I get it. But really, if my son had the choice between airborne school or fucking $25,000, he's taking the 25 grand. As he probably should.
Mm-hmm.
But 25 grand will keep people in. Yeah, absolutely. Help them out more.
Yeah, for sure. Because right now, all the military's doing, as far as I can see, when it comes to these, changes with their uniforms and new commercials and everything, is it's still a turd.
Yep.
And all they're doing is putting a dress on it.
Yep.
And it doesn't change the fact that it's still a turd. Now it's just a turd in a dress.
Right.
So do something to make the turd not be a turd anymore. Why don't we, fix the turd?
Right. Fucking Pookie says the Army has a good idea ferry problem and you cut the officer corps by 2/3. And they'll be better off. I agree. Go in any S3 shop and you'll find 5 or 6 officers that have BS positions that just make shit difficult for no reason. 100%. Send them to USAREC. Send them to fucking USAREC. Send those fucking idiot is S1, S3, S4. Always have fucking people standing around that don't really have a fucking job anyway. Send them to fucking USAREC. Have them fucking throw all those fucking majors and have them be like, you know what? As a major, you have to put in like 5 people before you can pick up light colonel. That's
or here's a really good idea. Before you can even become an officer, how about you have to do 4 years enlisted?
Ooh, could you imagine that? Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, look. Before you can be an officer, you've got to be an enlisted soldier in some manner.
Some of the best officers I've ever had were Mustangs. 100%. But I could not imagine half the lieutenants I knew as fucking privates. Their little mind would be blown.
Man. I'll tell you, it'll weed some of those lieutenants that were total butt nuggets right on out of there. If they can't handle it as a private, they have no business being a lieutenant.
Tommy's right. People should train and conduct duties in their MOS, both O's and E's. 100%.
True.
I really think when I had some cool lieutenants. And like when people go on leave, and this is in Iraq, when people go on leave, they'd hop in a gun truck for a while and stuff. And we just a convoy escort. It wasn't that. We didn't do anything fucking earth shattering or whatever. But they'd hop in as a driver, not as a TC, because they didn't fucking know how to do shit. They let us be TCs and they'd fucking drive for us. And that was cool as fuck. And they learned a lot more doing that than sitting in that fucking TC seat trying to run a convoy or some shit. Like, well, okay, on paper, the fucking lieutenant's the convoy commander. It has to be.
Yeah.
But in all reality, he sat in that driver's seat and fucking drove around and fucking did what we told him to because he didn't know. He wasn't on mission every night. We were.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to find IEDs. Just kind of hope we didn't fucking hit one on the driver's side. You know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, in all reality, like, that's kind of the way it should go, and you should. They should 100% be able to do the job of any private or specialist in the unit. I believe that.
Lieutenants that I had in every single unit I ever served in, the best lieutenants I ever served with, all were prior service enlisted. Yep. All of them.
Tommy Hendo says aviation is at 250% strength for 01 and 02. I believe it.
That don't shock me.
Nope.
Does not surprise me.
They all watch Top Gun and think they're going to fucking fly a Black Hawk like a Tomcat.
They all think they're super cool.
Ooh, I love it. Pookie says tax exemptions for enlisted, 0 federal income tax. Do 8 years honorable, earn permanent tax exempt status, retention fixed. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Actually, and I'll say that this is one of the cool, like for South Dakota, okay? If you are 100% permanent from the VA, you don't have to pay property taxes for the rest of your life here.
Texas, if you're 100%, you don't do property taxes either.
Yep. And I think some more states are moving towards that.
Your registration for your vehicle, if you're over 40%, I believe, is $3 a year for your vehicle registration with your DV tags.
Mine's like half price. I have it.
Ours is $3 a year. That's what I pay. $3 a year for the first vehicle.
Yep. Ours is half price, and I can do as many vehicles as I want. But my name's got to be on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't just.
Yeah.
But yeah. And get like a veteran's plate or whatever.
Yeah. And I know there's now there's the thing with all national parks throughout the United States. If you're a veteran. No matter what, if you're a veteran, you get free access. You can get a free yearly access pass.
Yeah, I saw that. And
I don't know about other states, but in Texas, you get your fishing and hunting license for free if you're a disabled vet. I think it's like 20% or above. You don't have to pay for that. And Texas has got a lot.
Yeah.
Texas does support their veterans. I will give Texas that much. They do. Like all toll roads are free. I can park in the long-term parking at airports for free.
Huh. Toll roads are free? I just got a thing in the mail
toll roads.
for do
With your DV tags on your car.
Oh, I didn't have. I was in the wife's car. We didn't have the. Okay.
Yeah, and the DV tags for parking at the airport.
Yeah.
I can do long-term parking and short-term parking for free at the airports with my DV tags.
He said it's $60 to get veteran tags in Mississippi. In South Dakota, it was I had to pay like a $15 anytime you get anytime you get new plates, you have to pay like a $15 fee, like a printing fee or whatever. But now mine are half
Texas
price.
Does not tax military retirement. They do not tax disability
Mhm.
pay. We don't pay any kind of tax on any of our disability check. We don't pay anything in Texas on taxes for that, for anything military.
Yeah. And I think that's like, that should be. Dick said it's $7 lifetime hunting fishing in Iowa for veteran. His expires in 23/15.
Yeah, Hazelwood Act. Josiah says Texas has the Hazelwood Act, which is the Texas brand of the GI Bill.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't know, if you don't use your Hazelwood Act, you can give it to your kids as long as your kids are in the state of Texas and go to a Texas college. And it can't be a pay for college. It has to be,
like a state school.
Yeah.
Okay.
State school.
Huh.
And it can be used for technical school also. They don't just make you go to like a college, accredited college kind of thing. You can go to a tech college too.
Any state that
Texas has
taxes
a lot of
military
stuff.
pay is a bad state. I agree, Pookie. I agree. I don't think anybody. And like we're talking, I really think it should be federal. I mean, how much money do you think they'd actually lose by not taxing military pay? Oh, you know what?
I mean, maybe if
okay,
they
hold
limited
on.
it to enlisted.
Hold on. Because I'm willing to bet very few, probably at least E7 and below, actually pay into taxes. I'm willing to bet that most of them get a tax return. So they're actually making, I mean, they wouldn't lose it out of their check, but they would, you know what I mean? If you just made them exempt from taxes, plus or minus, then they're going to lose out on that big tax return every year. And earned income tax credits and stuff.
Ones with kids, are going to learn.
Yeah.
They're going to lose out on that earned income credit. And a lot of people use that big check, at the beginning of the year to pay off debt.
Yeah.
But maybe they wouldn't have that debt if that money wasn't coming out every year. I don't know.
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say.
A pilot thing. It's hard. It's hard to say.
I think I agree that I don't think there should be any federal income tax, but that's another rabbit hole.
Another story.
We're not gonna climb down that rabbit hole tonight.
We're gonna have to get to chicken for that talk.
Oh no shit! It's gonna be a lot of this. Yeah. We need to.
It's the controversy chicken.
The controversy chicken.
We got some deep. I found him a tinfoil hat.
Did you?
We'll have to get that out when you have your tinfoil hat talks. We'll have to put the tinfoil hat on the chicken.
Ooh, I need to stay away.
Need a tinfoil hat?
My real chickens? I don't know about all that.
Chickens
Good luck
need
with that.
tinfoil hats?
Yep. Fuck that. Money up front until people get hood rich around tax time. That's right. That's right. Holy shit. Oh my god. So last weekend was soccer tournament in Rap City. Like that's like the big town around here, right? Mm-hmm. And the casino my wife works at owns a bunch of hotels in Rapid and the water park, the big water park, indoor water park there.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, you could tell it was tax time because that place was packed. That place was busy as fuck, man.
You can tell it's tax time in Texas because there's a bunch of more brand new big trucks on the highway.
Oh, yeah.
And big TVs. Walmart's got everything. Like, look at all the big TVs. Walmart would be so pissed if the military stopped having their big, tax returns.
Oh, it'd be something, wouldn't it? God, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I'm not an economist. I get it. And taxes do fucking something, but I don't think federal income tax really makes a whole big difference. I think a lot of it more is for for them to make money is really probably from the from corporations paying in than the fucking military guys or anything like that. I ain't worried about it. There's so much other stuff that's fucked up. There's so much stuff that's fucked up with this fucking world that, and especially in the Army, like we're not gonna fucking fix that. Sorry about it.
Dick says, speaking of big TVs, check your inbox. Should you be worried?
Maybe. I have some stuff I need to send him.
He says, I didn't text you this time.
I don't care if he texts me. I'd rather he text me than that way it goes to my fucking phone.
So we forgot to mention something when we started up.
What do we forget to mix?
For all the ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Today is International Women's Day. Happy International Women's Day to all the ladies out there. Thought y'all would be impressed with that.
Dick just sent me a story. I'm going to read it off my phone. 5 of the most ridiculous things the United States military spent money on. How long is this thing? It better not be that long. I'm not going to get too much into it. In her latest fight for the people, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez railed against executives from an aerospace supplier at a House Oversight Committee hearing. During her face-off... Oh, that's an ad pop-up. During her face-off with manufacturing company Digum at the hearing, AOC questioned the company's alleged price gouging of a small metal part called the non-vehicular clutch disc that the Department of Defense purchased. According to the congresswoman from the Bronx, the part is 3 inches in size and cost Digum $32 to produce, which is why she's pissed the company charging $14.43 per disc. The company reportedly sold the government $149 for $215,000. It's not the first time she's gone after military spending. She's done it on Twitter while cooking coconut shrimp on Instagram Live.
What's that got to?
So failed Army uniforms. Number 1. Back in 2004, the Army reportedly spent $5 billion to create and manufacture the new uniform with the ICP. It would blend anywhere. Result was massively unpopular. Camouflage, it literally did the opposite of its goal and had soldiers feeling like they were actually standing out, with the Army having to buy new uniforms. That was $5 billion. President Trump's ban on transit or military service members caused a big hubbub over spending and even higher medical cost care for erectile dysfunction. The military spent $41.6 million on Viagra.
Yikes.
Yep. Sports-related tributes, $53 million at sporting events honoring hometown troops can come at a hefty price, and those cost approximately $53 million. In 2015, the Alaskan Air Force Base paid more than $1,580 for 1,600 tubes of fruity lip moisturizers with a sticker on the packaging that encouraged military members to ask for consent. The NASCAR team is $136 million. All 5 federal branches have sponsored NASCAR teams. It is a recruitment effort. To the tune of $136 million in 2015. Wow. So, yeah, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse there, you'd think. But
he says, well, the TV was before that one.
Oh, I didn't see the TV one. I just saw whatever. Oh, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. We were all there, and we all saw. I fucking. It's everywhere. It's everywhere in the military. Like, fucking, how many times in September were you sitting there fucking ordering new office furniture and throwing old desks and shit out? Desks that you bought last year. Because you're fucking.
You had to spend all the money to make sure you could get more money the next year.
Yep. I mean, like that shit's. We were throwing away brand new Snap-on toolboxes still in the cardboard, throwing them in the fucking in the recycling.
Yeah.
Because we had to order new ones because you had to spend the money.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember them days. Fiscal year spending.
Yep.
Gotta get rid of all this stuff. Gotta get new stuff because we got to spend all this money so that they don't short us on money next year.
Yep. So that's a tale as old as the military itself, I think. I mean, maybe not. As long as I ever knew, we were wasting money. Like, there's plenty of waste in the military. Pay the fucking dudes better. Fix the shit. You want to fix the military? Fix their fucking housing. Fix their pay.
Yeah.
Fix their getting raped. Like,
Please, that would be nice.
Don't blow the money on fucking a new commercial, because that obviously isn't working. Treat the recruiters better. Holy shit. Treat the recruiters better. Try that.
I worked in a recruiting battalion for a year.
I did not. I avoided recruiting like it was the plague, dude. It's the last place I wanted to go. Fuck that.
Their office was like a closet. I get why people don't like recruiters sometimes, but I worked with a really group out of San Antonio, and they worked non-stop, and they got treated like dirt. I mean, just dirt by people. Just the number of times that we had to clean egg off the windows and trash off the stoop, and just civilians treated them like dirt, and it sucks.
Yep. But it is what it is, though, too. Like, God, I sound shitty when I say this, but like, really think about it for a second. Fucking recruiting sucks. Like, you're dealing with kids, you're dealing with teenagers, you're trying to meet unimaginable goals.
Mm-hmm.
And
you're dealing with the parents of those teenagers if they're a certain age.
Yep. Very,
I was one of those parents.
Yep. Very rarely do you get people that actually want to come in and like be part of like the program, you know.
And then the kids that really want to join, that jump through every stinking hoop out there to try and come in, they're the ones that can't get in.
Yep.
Because of some ridiculousness that they did when they were 14.
Yep.
You know, there's so much that could be changed. And we're going to beat this horse to death because
I like beating horses, though.
Yeah, well, somebody needs to, because apparently they're not. They're not trying. Not the right things anyway.
No, they're sure not. So, but hey, good job. Good job, Army. Good, you're trying. You are trying. I'll give you that. So, but you know what I'm trying to do? You know what I'm trying to do?
Take a break because you got to pee.
I do. I'm trying to go to the bathroom. So, my old bladder's got to take a break. So, why don't we take about we back about 6-7 minutes?
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
All right, shots.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
kind of love you just can't break. She'll be on the bus tomorrow. No more pain, no more sorrow. My baby's coming home and I'm alright. No more tears, no more crying, 'cause tonight she will be riding. My baby's coming home to me tonight. So I'm kicking back, enjoying life, and I'm dreaming about my future wife. She's the greatest girl I know I'll ever find. Well, she's sweet to me through everything. She's an all night, all day sex machine, and she knows just what to do to blow my mind. She'll be on the bus tomorrow. No more pain, no more sorrow. My baby's coming home and I'm alright. No more tears, no more crying, 'cause tonight she will be riding. My baby's coming home to me tonight. She'll be on the bus tomorrow. No more pain, no more sorrow. My baby's coming home and I'm alright. No more tears, no more crying, 'cause tonight she will be riding. My baby's coming home to me tonight.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
It's like, oh, forgot to tell you guys food.
I forgot to tell you we're live. Hi, everybody. We're back.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
I give her like that every morning. Just keep talking. Like, I had to tell my
I
kid.
had to tell my kids their food was in the microwave because I forgot to tell them I bought them dinner.
No, there you go.
And it's been in there since 6.
Fuck it.
Whoops.
What?
My
What?
bad.
I'll be all right. One thing I learned about kids is they're not going to go hungry. They
Look,
figured
we're
it out.
talking about a 28-year-old and a 12-year-old boy. Those two would eat it if it was 3 days old in the microwave. They don't care.
I don't give a shit.
They don't care. No. And if they were hungry before I told them, they'll have already gone in the kitchen and found something else. So I don't care.
The nut
Be all right.
protector. Do I still have the nut protector? Maybe.
Do you have a nut protector? What's a nut protector?
I don't know.
Who are you talking to? Who has a nut
mo-
protector? What's a nut protector?
What? Someone in the chat asked me if I still have my nut protector. I'm like, maybe.
Is it like a cup?
Probably.
Is it a thing for your flak vest?
Maybe. I don't remember. Oh, they're looking for cause.
I don't have nuts, so he's not talking to me. Well, I mean, I might have some peanuts in here somewhere, maybe some cashews. I'm allergic to walnuts.
Oh, the nut protector on the body armor. Yeah, I had to go back. Yeah. I still have it.
Okay, so I was close. I kind of knew what he was talking
Yeah.
about. We knew what you were talking about. We were just making sure.
Yeah, it's probably still got piss stains on the back side of it.
Ew, boys are gross.
Boys are gross. Back like scoliosis. That's right. Show you my dick flap? I'm not going to show you my dick flap. That sounds
Ew. That sounds like maybe you could make money on some weird kink site.
I could.
There you go.
I
You
should.
can make money. You can make money. I'll sell feet pics. You sell pictures of your nuts protector.
My nut protector. Yeah.
And
I don't know, because
retire.
I don't know if I told a story like of some I don't know, random ass nut cup I had or something. I don't know. I tell all kinds of dumb
I bet
stories on
there's
this
a kink
fucking
out
thing.
there for it somewhere. You know, there's kink for everything.
Right. Someone wants to smell my nasty nuts. It's on them, I guess. I don't want to smell. Anyways. Mm-hmm.
Yummy.
Dick flaps on OnlyFans. That's right.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Oh.
Do not encourage him.
So I've got he's talking about my body armor. Moose is I've got the DAPs and the side plates. I've got all kinds of. I just didn't put them on there for that. But the dick flap's actually on it. Should I show the picture? I don't know if you can.
Sure, yeah, go right ahead.
That's too much work.
He's like, I have to move.
I do gotta move, and it's over there, and it's all heavy, and I like the camera. My camera's like finally in the right spot where I can sit like comfortably in my chair in the middle.
Oh, see,
Hold on.
there you go. Look at it.
There.
Oh, yep, there
Got
it
the
is.
dick
We
flap.
see it.
I forgot how fucking heavy that shit is.
It looks like a like an e-tool cover.
It's just it covers up your little dicky dick.
Still think it looks like an e-tool cover.
I mean, you could probably do that too. That'd
Or
probably
just
be
shove
more.
your e-tool in there.
Yeah,
Probably be more protection.
probably. Yeah.
Put your e-tool in there.
Oh, yeah. Dick flaps out. That's right. So, anyways.
There we go. We'll just get a picture of you with just the dick flap, and that'll be our new T-shirt.
that'll be.
Smoke pit.
I thought
Dick
we were
flapped
doing.
out.
That'll be for our calendar.
Oh yeah. Smoke
Mhm.
pit calendar. Just
I
radar.
wonder if my
Dick
fat
flapped
ass could still
out.
fit. I've put on quite a bit of weight since I've worn that.
No, say it isn't so.
I wonder if I could. Maybe that's what I'll do one day. I'll be so you guys will pop up and I'll be wearing it.
Look, my son asked me to wear my dress uniform to his basic training graduation.
Mm-hmm.
I had 9 weeks to get back into it.
COVID saved my ass from that.
Well, I got back into it, but I still refused to wear it
COVID.
because it just was not. No. I apologized to him over and over again. I'm sorry. I love you, but I don't love you that much. Sorry.
Nope. COVID saved me from that shit.
Yay, COVID.
No
At least it was
shit.
good for something.
That was good for keeping me out of trouble. Trying to keep my fat ass
Yeah.
out of a Class A uniform is what it did.
Good deal. Yay.
Well, and so I was thinking about it because I've got Class A's, obviously. And they're hanging up fucking somewhere. And I've got dress blues. Neither one of them fit. Like I've got my Marine Corps dress blues, and I've got my Army Class A's, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think if I had to pick one to buy again, because I've had to do something like that, go to
A deal.
a deal, right?
A funeral, a wedding, something that somebody said and you could actually
God,
wear
I
your
don't
uniform.
know what I'm sure there's some sort of regulation somewhere that says which one
I think it's like
I probably have to get the Army one.
funerals, weddings,
TikTok videos.
Veteran, as a veteran, you're authorized to wear it for certain
Yeah,
events.
like Veterans Day, probably.
Yeah.
Parades. I think you'd probably be allowed to wear it as part of like the VFW, but they have their own uniform though. Like they have like their white shirts and black breeches and their and the hat. I don't know.
I looked it up once because my mom had wanted me to wear it for something, and
Dick said, okay, you earned both. You pick. Okay, so I got the Marine Corps as an E4 and the Army as an E6. So which ranks do I wear?
Well, you wear the highest rank you last held in the service.
In that service.
So in the Marine Corps, you would wear your E4.
So if I got my dress blues, if I got my Marine Corps dress blues out, I would wear the corporal chevrons on it.
Yeah.
What about medals?
That's what the last rank you held in that uniform.
What about
now,
medals?
I know there are some medals that cross over.
Mhm.
Like I know there's some medals you can wear on your Army uniform that you earned while you were in the Marines because they cross over and vice versa. But
yeah,
you have to look it up.
Like on my ribbon bar, I've got like my Marine Corps good conduct and my Army good conduct, right?
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ooh. See, and now I've got two.
So many ranks.
So Dick says the ones you earned in that service, and David Cunningham says all medals. So if I went to, I mean, because some of them transfer over, obviously.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Some don't.
Yeah, there's
so if I wanted to wear like, that sounds fucking dumb. I don't want to do all that. I just want to we're getting way too many hypotheticals here.
I had to research a bunch of it when I was doing some stuff for my granddad when he passed away, and I got down the rabbit hole trying to look all this stuff up because my granddad started out in the Army and the Army Air Corps, and then he was enlisted, and then he went to OCS, and then he became an officer, and then he switched from the Army Air Corps into the Air Force. So he has all these medals and ribbons and stuff and rank from when he was in the Army Air Corps, and then he has all this stuff from when he was in the Air Force. And so I was doing all this research for it and trying to figure it all out because we wanted to do a really cool shadow box for him.
Right.
And it's a lot of stuff. It's so... I swear I did research for like a week and finally I was just like, fuck it. And I handed it off to somebody that knew things. I was like, no, that's too much. After it left the Army, I don't know. And so I called in a friend who was Air Force and was like, okay, you do that side.
Right.
I don't know none of that side.
See, and I don't know for me, because like, okay, I think if I had to spend the money, I'd probably rather wear dress blues again than like classies. Right.
Yeah.
But I know there are medals that transfer over and ones that don't.
Yeah.
Sure. I wouldn't want to go through all of the shit. And I sure as fuck don't want to actually buy them again. You know what I mean?
No.
That sounds fucking dumb as fuck. I don't want to spend all that money on some bullshit.
Not for like one event. I mean, it'd be different if you like had to wear
like Dave,
it
you know
a
what?
lot of stuff.
David Cunningham said, well, marksmanship badges. I've always shot expert. I don't worry about that. I did that back. I shot marksman out of basic. Out of boot camp, I did, but
well, there you go.
It's whatever. Every other time I shot expert. The ones you earned in the, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think I'd actually want to spend the money for it. I'll just do like what old people do and like put them on like a leather vest or some shit.
Right. I've got my granddad's stack. He had it like when he retired, his lieutenant colonel uniform and his stack. He had it permanently done and he had it embroidered. Like it's cool. It's kick ass. It's like yay big and all the ribbons and stuff are embroidered. They're super cool. And I have his stack. And somebody said, oh yeah, you should like get that on a vest or something. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not my stack. It's his stack. So we're gonna put it in his little shadowy box thingy with his picture and all that because
he said
pretty.
U.S. dress uniforms are so plain, and they really are, especially compared to like some other countries. Yeah, the medals and shit are so crazy compared to some.
And some of the Korean uniforms, woo! And the Australians. We did something on Fort Hood, and I was the NCOIC of some security detail. I don't even remember. And man, the Australian, man, they got some cool uniforms.
Yep.
I was impressed. Plus, they're cute and I have the accent.
But I look at like the Brits have cool uniforms.
Yeah. Saw a lot of Brits in Egypt when I was over there. And the
Their dress
Italians, they've
uniforms
got
are
some cool
really
uniforms.
cool. Their dress uniforms are way
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, we are kind of plain compared to the other countries.
Yeah, the fucking I was a fan. I was a fan of the Aussies. We had a bunch on our base. I remember watching them they were jousting on bicycles. That was fucking cool as shit to watch, man. But yeah, I liked the Aussies. They were fun.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
Oh, those good old days.
Yeah.
We've seen soldiers in Haji dresses. I mean, I don't know. Not American soldiers.
I'd wear a kilt.
Musa
So
says
did you know
he didn't
that
like
the
the
word-
Vegemite. I don't blame you.
Oh no, that stuff's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
So the word kilt is not actually Scottish, and don't tell them that because apparently that pisses them off when you tell them that. But the word kilt is not actually Scottish.
Yeah,
I learned that on a trivia show the other night
well,
when I was ordering wigs for my cats.
when I was ordering Jesus Christ, it was fucking funny as shit though.
It's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My cats have all kinds of outfits. They're not real thrilled with me most of the time, but they let me do it.
God, I think I should probably maybe we'll do that one night. Have like a exhibition because I've got some patches and stuff from the Aussies that we were with. They're like,
I've got a kick-ass German beret when we did a like co-training something or other operation blah blah bullshit when I was stationed in Germany, and they wanted to trade berets. And I happened to have an extra beret with me. And so I gave one of their infantry guys my beret and he gave me his. And their berets are kick ass. They don't have like, you know how we have just the little cloth sewn on little thing on ours?
yeah,
Theirs are metal. And it's whatever their job is.
yeah.
So it's got like a little metal tank or something on it. I'll have to dig it out and it's pretty cool. It's pretty badass. And then the mayor or the burgermeister of the city that we did all the co-training
Burgermeister.
with. Yeah, that's what they're called. Their mayors are called burgermeisters. He gave us all a kick-ass stein and like signed the bottom of it and the day. It was really cool. But yeah, I had a good time in Germany.
I wish my kid would have a good time in Germany. I feel so bad.
Yeah.
I went to San Diego. David asks if I went to San Diego personally. I went to San Diego. I was a Hollywood Marine. Musa wants to know what our favorite MREs are.
Mine was the corned beef and hash, but I don't think they have that. I don't think they've had that in a long time, and I'm not hip on the newest ones. I know when I got out, they had introduced a lot. Like I got out in 09, December of 09. I know they had already introduced like the vegetarian ones and the kosher ones and stuff, but I took my own food with me most of the time, and I was not real, we didn't. I tried not to eat MREs if I didn't have to, but when I did, it was. I can't say I had a favorite.
He said he has the German, British, and Venezuelan jump wings. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I wish I'd be able to be able to do that, but I never got a chance to do that. Let's see. My favorite MRE was probably the pork chow mein in the old ones, and in the new ones,
that was good.
yeah, in the new ones, the spaghetti because it always had cheese in it.
Yeah, spaghetti was good if you got cheese sauce because you could.
Yeah,
scoop cheese in.
they always have the cheese sauce in them, so you get them like the cheese nice and hot, put it in there.
And then the hot sauce.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that came out all right. It wasn't never anything great, but it was better than like the vegetarian ones. Actually, the one they had a cheese tortellini that wasn't horrible.
Cheese tortellini was good.
That was all right.
What Cod says omelet and the 5 fingers of death for me.
You know what? I actually really liked the 5 fingers of death. I didn't hate them. The omelet I couldn't do. That's the only one that ever made me like feel actually ill.
Brisket MRE.
Yeah, what's a brisket MRE? That must be a new one.
Yeah, I
Either
never
really
had no
new or
brisket
really old. I
MRE.
remember like we got like some of the old when I went to Marine combat training. And this was in 1999. No, it was still 98. They pulled out. They had some ones from like, yep, fucking Chicken a la King was just the fucking one I was getting ready to talk about.
Yeah, that one was good.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken a la King was good.
But he said he found a beak in it. I believe it. The beef stew was good. Beef stew was good. They don't make them
Yeah,
anymore.
beef stew.
The number one steak. What was that one? That was like
See,
it was like a Salisbury
so
steak.
Man, I feel gypped. They
Chicken
had
Chicken
shitty
a la
ones
King
when
was
I
a good
joined.
one.
But like I joined in the early '90s, so we had really shitty ones.
See, and he just said David Cunningham said he hated the corned beef and hash.
Oh, I love the corned beef and hash. Corned beef and hash with a whole thing of hot sauce. It was a bomb. I loved it.
That was one you had to get fucking hot.
Yeah, it had to be hot. You couldn't. It couldn't.
Some
you
of
couldn't
those
eat it cold. You couldn't eat it.
I think that's
lukewarm.
why I like the Five Fingers of Death because you could eat that cold if you had to,
Yeah.
or
true,
not,
true.
or warmed up a little bit, like put in your pocket for a little bit to warm it up. It didn't have to be like super hot. The spaghetti had to be super hot. The beef stew had to be super hot. The corned beef and hash
Anything
had
that
to
was
be hot.
soupy, anything that had like a
Yep.
a stew or a soup type
Mm-hmm.
texture to it, yeah, it definitely had to be heated up well.
God, there's
Most
like
of the time, I just ate all the stuff with it and didn't eat the main entree.
yeah.
I would trade everybody for all their extras.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be eating, crackers and peanut butter,
Some
and
fucking pound
cheese
cake and shit.
pound cake and dehydrated fruit and whatever else, and I would
Yep.
just trade them for my entree because I really didn't like the entree.
Yeah, Dick's right.
That's probably how I stayed so skinny the whole time I was in the military. I mean, I was like a buck and a nickel. I was thin back in the days.
God,
Plus,
as
that's
tall
because
as
they
you
made
are?
me.
Jesus, you were
Yeah,
skinny
5'10".
bones. 5'10",
5'10".
105.
I
You
think
were
when I
just
got out of basic training, I was 5'10" and weighed 130. I mean, I was just nothing
that
for a long time, and then towards the end, I was like, "Fuck it," chunked up, didn't even care.
yeah.
Now I super chunked up.
Dick said you ate them all cold in Marine combat training, which is true. Yeah, they didn't give you a chance to do that. The jalapeno cheese.
Yeah, that came later. That wasn't
pretty
in the
good.
very beginning.
That was pretty good.
MRI cheese was everything would stop you up.
Yep.
That was the whole point.
Chocolate covered sports bar. Yeah.
Equals X
That thing was gross. Well, now too they had like
protein
fucking
bar.
the ones we had in Iraq had Pop Tarts and shit in them too. Those were fucking gross, dude. Like
Yeah.
fucking no frosting Pop Tarts. Those things were gross.
Yeah, I remember
as
going on
fuck.
burn pit detail and my NCO forgetting about me out there and bringing me dinner, and the dinner was the MRE Pop Tarts and a warm soda, and he laid it out on a bandana and sang to me.
Oh.
It was so nice. Except he was singing "Burning, burning, burning, keep that shit up burning." I was like, nice.
I actually have an MRE on my little wall back there behind my picture. I don't even know what kind it is.
I used to have a few of them because my kids always liked
I
them.
have a
and
bunch in my
grandkid likes
garage
them.
somewhere. I don't know what happened to them. Kids might have eaten them.
Probably the kids like them. My
They're
kids
fucking
thought
weird.
that
Hold on, I'll show.
whenever I came back from the field, they wanted me to bring them home for them. Yeah, oh, nope, he's going to get us the MRE. Don't they have a shelf life? Aha, he says.
It's meatloaf. Meatloaf
Oh,
with gravy.
meatloaf.
Meatloaf with
Meatloaf
gravy.
and gravy.
Yep.
Do they have a shelf life? Do those suckers ever expire?
I don't
remember.
know.
Shelf life of a cockroach.
I'm in my fucking fat ass sweatpants. Fuck you guys. Yeah, meatloaf with gravy.
Check it out.
Yep. Yeah. So if you're hungry and you're at my house, you're.
There you go. He's like, company's coming. Whip
Yep,
out
I'll
the
bring out the
meatloaf
good stuff.
MRE. It's got the good china. It's pretty
Yeah.
brown spoon. Do they still just have the brown spoon in there?
I think so. I don't
It's
even
like
know
a
when I
Tweety,
got
it
this
lives
one.
Forever. 5 to 10 years life.
I thought they
No,
were
I believe
20.
it.
I thought they were 20 actually.
Yeah, I have a few MRI.
Ooh,
and
constantly have a
earthquake food. Where
ratatouille.
the hell are you living, David, that you need earthquake food? Holy crap.
Con says they have a ratatouille one when his kid was in ROTC. Huh.
What?
Ratatouille, MRE.
Telling you, they're getting bougie with the MREs.
Yeah, the Air Force does have the best food. We used to have to go to, when we were hauling convoys, we would haul crab legs up to fucking Anaconda a lot. Fuck that
I
place.
can't remember where I was at. I was somewhere doing school, and the whole time it was Air Force, and man, I was fat like a tick when I left there. How do they expect us to keep our weight and our PT good when they send us to school at some damn Air Force base?
Yeah, they did. They had real plates. Fucking, they did. Everywhere else had the fucking. Actually, you know what? By the time I was in Iraq, everyone had. We were at. Well, I guess technically my base was in Air. I was at Talil, down south, so it was technically an Air Force base. But our DFAC was all Army. Trying to think of where we stopped. Well, buyout, but that was Air Force, or fucking not really, but it was everybody. God, that fucking the one at Anaconda, though, Balad, they had a fucking awesome pool, and they had just their fucking food was amazing there.
I think that's where my ex-husband was at in 03. Can't remember for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a nice place, though. I liked Balad. I'm glad I wasn't stationed there. They got fucking mortars all the time. Took indirect fire all the time. But they had the little shithole bases that were like on the side of the road. Those didn't have fucking. Those were the brown trays, the paper trays. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was whatever. Obviously, fucking didn't starve to death. That was not my problem in Iraq. So, there's that.
I didn't starve to death anywhere.
He said his supply sergeant was rat fuck the MREs. Probably. I know guys that would have fucking cases and cases and cases of that shit, though.
That's why you make friends with supply. You make friends with medical.
Oh, like with me, though? Like, I don't know. You go to the range, you'd hand them out. Well, I have fucking real food. I have some dinty more beef stew on a fucking turbocharger or something. I didn't need this meatloaf with gravy MRE. I'd throw that in my fucking assault pack and I go back to eating my fucking ramen or something.
Yeah.
Nope. I got used. Yep. That's what my assault pack. My assault pack was nothing but fucking like real toilet paper and like actual food. Maybe some extra ammo or some shit. I don't know. I was scared. Like, hey, you got a poncho? No, fuck a poncho. Ponchos are dumb as fuck. But you know what I do have? Fucking Charmin. That's what.
Yeah, hell yeah. Charmin, baby wipes, and cigarettes. That was my.
Yeah, if I got a cart,
I
got a carton of smokes. I don't need a fucking poncho. Right? That sounds dumb.
Carton of smokes, some Charmin TP, and some good baby wipes, and I'm a happy camper in the field, on deployment, wherever. Your girl's happy.
Dan says Camp Dwyer and Helmand Province are the best cinnamon rolls. I believe it. Diet Coke and Newports. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Now I had Big Red, and Marlboro Menthols.
Camel Lights. Or fucking Marlboro. Actually, you know what? When I went in the field a lot, if we were going to be in the field for a minute, fuck that. I take Lucky Strike non-filters. Ain't nobody fucking bumming them bitches. Hey.
Yeah, true story.
Hey, man, you got to smoke? Hey, I got some of these. Fuck, put hair on your nuts. You want some of these? No, I'm good, man. I'm smoking that shit. All right, tight. Get out of here.
See, nobody smoked my Marlboro Menthols. People either like their Newports or Marlboro Reds or like Marlboro Lights. The chicks were all Marlboro Lights, and the guys were like Marlboro Reds or Newports. So nobody ever smoked my cigarettes. I was like, yay!
No ramen noodles, man. I love ramen noodles. Those things were fucking tight. The cup of noodles, fuck yeah, those are great.
Oh, it's me, Spanky. Like I didn't know it was Spanky when I saw Diet
With Diet Coke and Newport, we figured it out. We didn't have
that. Yeah, we knew it was you. We was just not trying to call you out. We was being nice, is what it's called.
Oh, fucking chicken sandwiches at Burger King in the Green Zone. Yeah, that sounds good. We had fucking we had Pizza Hut. I used to go to Pizza Hut all the
I
time.
totally and completely boycotted Burger King for like the first 4 years after I got out of the military. I was so over Burger King. It was everywhere we went, every place. Couldn't even. Can I still am not a big fan,
Mhm.
just because I had to eat it so much.
Fucking Pizza Hut. Yeah, Burger King. You know what? It's actually been probably till about now. I still can't do yellow Gatorade.
Oh God,
I can't
yeah.
drink yellow Gatorade. Uh, Al Udeed Air Base in Qatar. I didn't even want to know how good that fucking food was there. I didn't want to hear
Well,
about
it's
it.
not that the King isn't awesome. It's just I had to eat it so much because
Yup.
it was the only thing that they had. When that's the only thing you eat for the longest time, and overseas, Burger King was everywhere, and that was all you could eat. It's like,
Yup. Fucking well, sounds like green bean coffee earlier too. And I didn't mind
Yeah.
green bean coffee. I'm not much of a coffee drinker. I mean, I like black coffee.
yeah.
I'm not a big fan of like the coffees.
Frou-frou-y coffees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Camp Victory was 2 beers a day. Save them up and slam them out at the end of the week. Fuck, we
What?
didn't get any real beers. We never got real beers. We just got the fucking fake ass beers, the near beers.
Near beer.
Dan said
Wow.
Camp Liberty in 05 had a BK lounge. We only had 4 items on the menu. I think ours had in 08 I know we had Whoppers and fries and chicken sandwiches and shit, but maybe it didn't have the full menu, but I don't know. There's more than 4 things. We had Burger King, we had Pizza Hut. I want to say we had a Taco Bell too or something like that. Maybe we didn't.
Egypt had a Pizza Hut, and they had a McDonald's. And their McDonald's was banging, man.
Oh, I
I don't know
bet.
what they cooked those fries with, but I've never had McDonald's fries so good as I did in Egypt.
When we were at
They were
Camp Liberty in 08 had at their chow hall, they had a at their defact there was like a for a while that what's that not the fucking walk, what is this shit called, where like Mongolian grill kind of set up like a hoo hot.
Oh yeah.
They had one of those for a little bit.
That's cool.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was all right. And I think they only had that on Friday or some shit.
Yeah.
But they had that was all right. And then at Balad, so they had crab legs every day for lunch and at dinner at DFAC at Balad. But you had to go to the Air Force side. If you were at if you went to the Army side, they just had like regular DFAC food, burgers and shit. For a while we got the cooks at we were at what's the name of that joint? Cedar 2. We were at Cedar 2 for a while, and it was really little. It was just our battery that was there, and they let us have. They brought in, they had eggs instead of making
real eggs.
Real eggs, and they weren't supposed to, but we got them to let them do like over easy and over medium and stuff.
What? You had real eggs?
Yep.
Hell yeah!
But they were supposed to break them and do scrambled or omelets with them because of of bird flu or some shit. They were afraid of them getting bird flu. I'm like, dude, you're fucking just cook them through. I don't give a shit.
Right?
Like when you do over hard, I'm like,
nothing's
we finally talked him into over medium for a while, and then we had one guy we talked into doing over easy. If he was there, we got him to get over easy, so we had some dipping eggs. That was all right.
I felt special.
Musa said he can make McDonald's fries.
What the? How the hell?
What's Arif Jail? Arif John? I think he probably said probably trying to. Arif John did have good food. Anywhere in Kuwait had fucking amazing food. I can't think of anywhere in Kuwait that didn't have good food. That was fucking amazing. I love.
Well, we've been there so freaking long. They had plenty of time to build everything up.
Right.
Because like when we were over there for Southern Watch in '98, it was there wasn't a lot there yet. But by the time everybody was over there in 03 and heading in, there was so much more stuff built up. That it had a lot of really cool stuff. Yeah.
I did like Kuwait, though. That was pretty cool down there. I did enjoy that. And the fucking, because where were we at? It was Arif John. Is that where we came before we went on leave? Was it Arab Child? I don't remember where we stayed before we went on leave, but it was fucking amazing. We had surf and turf night in Kirkuk. It was the best, worst surf and turf ever.
So glad to have it, but it was really
Oh, I
bad.
bet. We
Anything that was out of the normal, I'm sure, was just amazing to have, even if it was just like the worst thing ever.
we had a guy. He was from where the fuck was he from? Somewhere in Asia. I want to say his family was from Thailand. It might have been like one of those other countries that's kind of over there by that, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
His parents would send him like beef and like all different, like all weird cuts of beef, like beef tongue and shit like that.
Like freeze dried?
Well, like froze, like you know, like they
Or
vacuum
like in
seal
dry
it
ice?
and then like dry
Uh-huh.
ice, yeah,
Oh,
kind of like
cool.
Omaha steaks or some shit, right? But it was like beef tongue and like sometimes you get like tenderloin and shit. He'd get like all these weird cuts of beef, and then because you could buy steaks at the PX in Liberty. When we went up to BIOP, you could go to like Liberty or Victory, and you could get like Omaha steaks in the PX there.
Yeah.
But they
BIOP,
were
that's where my ex-husband was.
but they were
BIOP.
fucking expensive as shit. If you ever go to Baghdad, go to 62th Street. You'll find nice food. I'm not going back to Baghdad now, buddy.
Yeah, I was like, ain't trying to go there, but okay.
If I'm gonna go on vacation. So actually, you know what? I say that I wouldn't hate going to Iraq and actually seeing it and being able to do that stuff. You know what I mean?
And not be there like in the capacity you were before.
Yeah. Like I always thought it'd be kind of cool to like run my motorcycle up Route Tampa. But I mean, like, but not have to worry about the road blowing up.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Or go over a
No.
Bailey Bridge or some shit. But like, I
No,
thought
that
it'd be
would be
kind of
bad.
cool to like, yeah, do that. I think it'd be kind of fun. Like maybe if sometime they like, if they could get their shit together and like get everything to like, I don't know, not be full of terrorists or whatever, or people that want to kill me. Like I'd
Yeah,
go
that would
back.
be good.
It'd be kind of cool
Yeah,
to go back and like.
I don't think I ever, as a female, want to go there. But okay, you have fun. Tell me how it goes.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I have a beard.
Yeah, well,
I'm fine. Shawarma. I don't know. Maybe
maybe.
get some Carbala Cola.
My
some shit.
mouth would get me in a lot of trouble in a lot of different countries.
Yeah.
I have a problem, and it's called I can't keep my mouth shut.
Ice says he wants to go to Baghdad and stop by Kurdistan and open up a Twin Peaks. Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
that'll be fun.
That'd be fucking fun as shit, dude.
Mm.
I do. I kind of miss Iraq too. Like, I think it'd be really, really, really cool. Like, I know like Vietnam now, right? And it's been a lot of
Yeah.
years since the war, but it's actually like American tourism is pretty big in Vietnam now.
Oh yeah.
For birthdays of Liberty, we'd buy those steaks and cigars and use Hostess cupcakes with chem lights as candles. Nice.
Hey, there you go.
Yep. Could you imagine Hooters? And I'm imagining it right now. That'd be fucking awesome.
Most anywhere in Kurdistan is mostly partly safe, kinda, except for where it's not. Okay, Cos. Yeah, kinda, sorta, a little bit.
Sometimes
Ugh.
they would eat at the NGOs after the DFAC closed. They had great food like chicken. Okay.
Adobo.
Adobo.
Chicken adobo.
I don't know what that is.
It's good.
I believe
Chicken
you.
adobo's
It
good.
sounds good. It sounds better than DFAC food.
It's chicken, man.
Yeah, could you
It's
imagine?
an adobo sauce. It's I don't know where it hails from originally, but I know there's an Hispanic version of a chicken adobo.
Oh. Sounds like something I've never eaten before. So it sounds good, actually. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like it'd be kind of fun to do that stuff. But kind of not. Like Haas says, it's mostly safe except for where it's not.
Yeah, that's where you have the problem.
Yeah. It's
You
in
have
the
to know
Philippines.
someone. That's not a place where you want to go without like a local to make sure you don't do dumb things and go places you shouldn't go.
Yep. Ooh, taco places in Baghdad. That'd be fucking good. I've thought about doing that. Okay, so the thought kind of crossed my mind for like a split second. My wife and I were joking about it because they have like a like in Europe, right? They
Mhm.
have like American restaurants, right?
Yeah.
What if
Yeah.
like you went there as an actual American, or like they have like taco joints, right? But they're nothing like fucking real tacos, right?
No. Mm-mm.
So if you could do something like a real taco joint, your dude selling fucking tamales, do
Oh
that
yeah,
shit in fucking somewhere like England or France or some shit like that. You fucking making money hand over fist, right?
yeah. As long as it's something that the locals end up liking.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah,
like,
of
there's enough.
course.
I know how to make enough American food, from tacos and burritos and fucking American Chinese stuff to, you
Mhm.
know, fucking steaks and biscuits and
Mhm.
gravy and shit like that. All this stuff that they don't fucking know about because they're whatever British, right?
Mhm.
What do they say? If it wasn't for the, it's because of the quality of their food and women that the British were the best sailors in the world.
Oh. I see what you did
Yeah.
there.
So,
My mom made bank in Japan
Mhm.
because Japanese are obsessed with American culture and American food. And so she did American cooking lessons
Mhm.
and taught her Japanese students that she was teaching English to American cooking. And they were obsessed. I mean, she made extra money just by teaching them how to make simple things like taco salad,
yep.
regular tacos. I mean, a lot of the stuff she couldn't get over
Mhm.
there, and so I would have to give her, get her packages and mail them to her, and
Mhm.
with all the ingredients, because of course they don't sell everything that we sell, or
Mhm.
she'd have to substitute it, so a lot of it didn't taste exactly like it would taste over here, but it was close enough that when she messed with the recipe,
Mhm.
that she could get it to where it was close enough that they don't know the difference. But she did. She made good extra money doing that.
But if you look now at the availability of things through the internet,
Hmm.
right? If you went somewhere, we're just gonna say England, okay,
Yeah.
and opened a little restaurant that is tacos, right?
Yeah.
Tacos, fajitas, enchiladas, stuff like that. Little Mexican joint, right? Make your own fucking
Hmm.
tortilla chips, make your
Hmm.
own flour tortillas, all
Hmm.
that stuff. Basically, you could order the seasonings from the States or from Amazon or fucking wherever.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? As long as you ordered enough, you'd have to do some kind of planning, but you could really do okay with that, I think.
Yeah, because the main thing that they don't have over there, and I only know this because I've been over there,
Mhm.
is like the ingredients for true corn tortillas and true flour tortillas, because their tortillas don't taste like ours do. The the
Right.
the type of flour that they use to make theirs is not the same as what we use over here. So
Right.
yeah, that's something that you would have to get imported. So of course you would
Maybe.
have to figure that into your cost.
Well, I
Your
mean, okay, I'm not gonna.
cost.
I would
But yeah.
figure out a way to make with their flour, or because they have different kinds of flour over there that we don't
Hmm.
have here, or whatever.
Hmm.
Make it close enough, right? Especially if
Yeah,
you're making
yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking enchiladas, you're gonna
Oh
bury it
yeah.
in sauce anyway. It doesn't fucking matter if it's the exact same.
Hmm. Exactly.
Or like I said, like you make biscuits and gravy or fucking some shit like that. Taco
Oh,
joints were great
show.
in Okinawa. Fuck yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
I know you can just make bank up north with a good Southern Mexican restaurant.
Yes and no.
Well, it
And I'm
depends
gonna
on
say
where you're at.
why. At least around here, every fucking town already has one. Has one, and that
But
one's
is it
good.
authentic and good?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because we
Okay,
get
as long
like,
as you've got one, then you're good. Like I said,
okay,
if you've got one.
are they better than Texas? No. Are they good enough? Yes. But what you have is because we're like on the way to the oil fields, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we get plenty of migrant workers that have come through. I've been like, we're going to stop
Mm-hmm.
here. And like the one down the street from me is called Guadalajara's, and it's a perfectly fine Mexican restaurant. You know what I mean? It's perfectly acceptable Mexican restaurant. They do fine. If you were to open another one here in town, you're not gonna. They've been here for long enough and established enough of a business, and they're actually really good business people. They're good for the community. My daughter goes
They
play
do good
soccer
enough
with one
that
of.
they're good.
Yep, exactly. And there's one in every town that's big enough to support a business like that already has one.
Yeah.
But they're not big enough to support two. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah,
And you got
yeah,
a town of
I get it.
2,000 people. One Mexican restaurant is enough to service that whole town, 2,000 people.
And like here, where we have in my town alone, which isn't a very big town, I mean, it's big, but it's not huge. That you could probably throw a handful of corn off my front porch and hit 4 Mexican restaurants.
Yep. But I
And
mean,
that's just in my neighborhood.
right.
That's
Well, you have to remember too, like people around me think ketchup is spicy. I want to say people around me, I mean my kids. So you have to be, and then the other problem we have
you gotta have
too,
a need for it.
the other problem we have too is a couple years ago, like around the time of that Rona thing, the spicy flu, everyone thought it'd be a good idea to buy a taco truck and put them in Rapid City. So now there's like 400 taco trucks running around in a town of 80,000 people. Like you just don't need to do that. There's too many.
Yeah.
So it'd be really tough around here. I mean, I'm sure there's areas where you could pull it off, but here is not one of them. So,
Yeah.
but
overseas, you're right. I think if you had a good enough business plan, you could get the supplies that you needed and you could make good food. Yeah, you could probably make good money.
or do like a pub, do like an American pub, an American bar there.
An American bar.
Yep.
Well, there are some places like that. Like I noticed when I was the last time I was in England was right before the spicy flu hit.
Yep.
So what, 2019? And there's a bunch of American wine bars popping up.
Yeah. Wine bars are dumb.
But now they're popping up in England. They've become, a cool thing. And they were cool over here, 10 years ago.
Right.
So now they've just become cool over there.
Yeah. It'd be fun.
So everything kind of rolls around.
Yeah. Oh, all of our money making ideas out in the open for everyone to take.
Steal.
Yeah.
Feel free. Take our ideas, make money.
Fuck
Give
it.
me a percentage. Appreciate you.
Yeah. So anyway, speaking of percentages, I am 100% certain that you can go through the guest rosters.
I sure can. So this next week coming up on Monday, we have a guest, Carl Whalen. He is the founding president of Back the Heroes Rumble. And from the research that I actually did this week, bum-ba-dun-dun-dun, if my stuff would like to show up for me today, Back the Heroes Rumble is a 100% volunteer-led 501c3 nonprofit organization whose mission is to honor fallen police, fire, and military, as well as support the families they have left behind. They provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the regions of Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky. And on Tuesday, with CQ, your old show, our buddy on Pop Culture has actor Sean Kanan. Please excuse me if I said that incorrectly. But he is of the fame Karate Kid 3. Any of the ladies out there listening might remember him from Bold and the Beautiful and The Young and the Restless. He's also more recently been in Cobra Kai. And that's just a few things to name. So stay tuned in to us this week for the two guests that we have Monday on the Monday edition. Carl Whalen, and Tuesday on Pop Culture, actor Sean Kanan.
That's amazing. You're doing really good at that. I'm so happy at you.
I'm getting better.
You are. We just, I think, as a show, are doing better, and I'm happy at that. So
yeah, we're picking up.
Yeah, we do.
Just takes a little getting a little comfortable and doing a little research.
It's taken a couple months. We've been doing this now for what, 2 full months.
And I have a new shirt.
Oh, do you want to show your shirt off?
Yeah, let me show my shirt off.
Or let me transfer it.
So this is a little late to the party, but this is back when we had the balloon incident.
Yeah.
So my very dear friend who does all my amazingly cool shirts, she made me this lovely ghost of Myrtle Beach. Isn't that wonderful?
That's fucking
Isn't
funny
that great?
as shit. Oh,
I
that's
love it.
awesome.
I've already gotten some compliments on it when I wore it today. I wore it today to my VA appointment. Got some chuckles from some older gentlemen. They thought it was hilarious.
Because it is hilarious. That's fucking funny.
Yeah, I got
shit.
a guy that stopped me and he goes, "Wait a minute, hold on. What does that say?" And then he read it again and he goes, "Damn, that's funny." was like, "You're welcome."
That
You're
is
welcome.
that is fucking funny. I like it.
And I'd love to show off the pet of the week, but Sully, named after Captain Sully from
Yeah.
the air flight that went down.
Mhm.
Um, he's sound asleep and he has no desire to get on camera, so I'm not gonna fuck with him. I'm gonna
Oh.
let him sleep. He'll still be with me for a couple months. He unfortunately is heartworm positive, so he has to go through his treatment before he can be adopted. But he does have family already.
Oh.
He's a little Chewini. Tell your wife I'm sorry she can't have him. He's a real cute, tiny little boy. But yeah, so he's gonna be with me for a little while. So he'll get a chance to come on
Well,
another night.
I think it'll be fun. I'm actually really excited about it.
He's a
So,
cute boy. You'll like him. He's
yeah.
friendly.
He's a Chewini.
Yeah, he's a Chewini. And he's
Don't
cute. And he's a little shy and he's super precious.
don't let my wife see your Chewini.
Yeah. Should be trying to come to Texas or have you beat me up and steal him.
Well, I told her we're not getting a dog, and she's like, "Well, then I have to have a baby." I'm like, "Well, I got to think about it. Like, well,
She can come to Texas and see the grandbaby. I have babies.
no,
and
she'll
dogs.
steal it. She'll steal one or both."
No, she
But
can't
here's the deal.
steal 'em.
That's what she's like. Well, we can have a baby, and she's not. She's fixed. I'm
I'll-
fixed. We're not having babies.
I can send her a chicken.
Well, we already have chicken. We have real chicken. Maybe I'll get her some more chickens.
There you go. Chickens. Chickens fix everything.
She wants.
Get her a duck.
No. What? Why? Ducks are hard. First of all, ducks are hard. Second of all, ducks need water. Ducks are messy. Ducks smell bad. I don't want to
Duck
do anything.
eggs are full of protein and they
I've
taste
heard
really good.
that. I've heard duck
they're
eggs are
great.
actually really good.
Oh, they're freaking amazing.
Do they
buddies of
lay as
mine have
often as
ducks.
chickens though? Do they lay like every day like
You-
chickens? Really?
You.
Hmm.
And their eggs are bigger. They have more protein in them, and they taste way better than chicken eggs. I love them.
I would actually want
That's
some
weird.
more black chickens because it helps keep crows away. I didn't know that.
Oh wow!
But if you have black
Me neither.
chickens, if you have black
Now we
chickens, it
learned.
helps keep crows out of your flock. So
You know, I get educated every Wednesday night from something that someone on here says. I had
Yeah.
no idea about chickens.
yeah, chickens are
Very
awesome.
cool.
So,
Very cool.
but okay, so you guys have been listening. We have been producing, but you have been listening to the Smoke Pit with me, Radar, TZ. Now, tomorrow night, you have Sergeant's time. You have Ice and Ice. Does he have a co-host anymore? I don't know.
I don't know.
I think-
Ice, are you still with us? I don't know.
I don't know if he's got an official co-host for that show. Anyway, I should probably ask him. But anyway, so he will be on tomorrow, talking about all things big Army, National Guard, Reserve, retirees. He'll probably weigh in on his take on the new Army recruitment program. And then I'm excited. I actually will probably listen to that. Thursdays are soccer practice. I usually listen while I'm like in the car driving little ones to soccer practice and hanging out. So I'll listen to that. I'm excited to hear his take on it. Now, Friday. I know this is a crazy name. Friday Night Freedom. It happens on Friday. It's Kaz and Pookie. They will be there spitting some rhymes. They have a great show, great time. You guys, if you have Friday nights available, you should very, very much listen to it. You're missing out if you're not there. Now, Saturday night is a Don's Day. They have no scheduled activities. We will not be at work. We'll be enjoying our families and hope that you guys are doing the same. Okay? Now, Sunday is the sports bar with the Real King Smith and Coach. Talking about all things sportsing. They're doing the sportsing show. They'll probably talk about some, I guess it's basketball season. Baseball's right around the corner. I imagine they'll be talking about that kind of stuff. March Madness. Hey, it's March, baby. Guess they're talking about that March Madness. So that's just ramping up. Now, Monday, the Monday edition, Ice and Shipwreck, talking about current event stuff. They have a really, really, really good show, and they have a guest. So be there Monday for that. Tuesday, it's Pop Culture Warrior with CQ and his random trying to be as good as Radar co-host. I'm just saying. But great show. Pop Culture Warrior, he's got a guest on, and he will be filling you in on all the newest Marvel properties and stuff. I really wanted to be with him last night, but I fell asleep on the couch. And I'm a bad friend. Sorry, CQ buddy. I meant to be there. I really wanted to hang out with your guests and be around, but I was asleep.
Big sleepy boy.
Yep. So forgive me for that, buddy. Now, after you listen to him next Tuesday, come back here. Same bat time, same bat channel for the Smoke Pit with me, Radar, her TZ. And we don't have any guests really kind of on in the works right now. We have a couple we'd like to have on.
Yeah, we've got some names and some invites floating around out there,
Yep.
but we'll see.
I have to finish a book.
Anything can happen between now and next week.
Yep, I have to finish a book. Well, I think we'll probably have more than a week's notice that we're going to do that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I've been toying with the idea when we have guests, I would like to kind of do the same setup as we did before with our big guests, of kind of having them just as a guest co-host and having all of us together and just kind of shooting the shit. And obviously, you know, trying to help promote their work. But I think that was kind of fun having just a bullshit session. So we might have to do that again. We'll talk about that moving forward and see what happens. So, but I think now it's 2000 my time, so 2200 East Coast. So it's probably about time to put a lid on this puppy.
Yeah.
I'm ready to sign off. Thanks for coming.
Yep. And in the words of my old Sergeant First Class Cordozo, drink water.
Or booze, shots.
Or whatever.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.